waiting right there where you left it, lying upside down. When you finally find it, you'll see how it's faded. The underside is lighter when you turn it around. Everything stays right where you left it. Everything stays, but it still changes ever so slightly, daily and nightly, in little ways, when everything stays. Go down to the ocean, the crystal tide is raising. The water's gotten higher as the shore washes out. Keep your eyes wide open, even when the sun is blazing. The moon controls the tide and can cause you to drown. Everything stays right where you left it. Everything stays, but it still changes ever so slightly, daily and nightly, in little ways, when everything stays ever so slightly, daily and nightly, in little ways, when everything stays.
I really hope you guys enjoyed that short little intro. I thought it was pretty relaxing to watch, and I thought the music was nice. I really enjoyed doing a studio vlog last Friday, so I figured I would do another one since I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do for a video this week. The first thing I did was I went online and looked on this website called Unsplash to look for a reference photo to paint. If you're unaware of what Unsplash is, basically it's a website where you put a ton of pictures, and you don't have to worry about being copyrighted for it. I think the problem is when people use reference photos off the internet or from like Pinterest or something like that, there's always that small chance that the owner of that picture can copyright it, which means that you technically aren't allowed to use that picture. So I think that's the easiest thing for me to do if I were to use one. For whatever reason, I really wanted to use my gouache set that day, so when I was looking for my reference photo, I chose a picture that I believed would work the best with gouache, and then I started painting. I really have been enjoying this new editing app that I'm using for YouTube videos. I just think that it has so many options, so much more options compared to my older app that I used. I've been working really hard with my videos lately. I'm kind of pushing for more quality content, or at least quality editing rather than rushed, messy content, if that makes any sense. So I hope you guys at least notice a difference, if at all. And I hope if you do notice a difference that you at least like it, that it's a positive difference. But then again, if there's something from my older videos that you particularly miss, you can always comment down below and give me suggestions on what I can do for my future videos. I think it's really funny when I'm reading the comments down below some of my videos where you guys comment that my voice is super soothing. Now, while I don't hate my voice, I don't particularly like it either. So when you guys say my voice is soothing or relaxing, like, it's really hard not to laugh because that's the last word I would use to describe my voice. But anyway, back onto the topic of video editing. I'm playing around with using real-time footage. I used all real-time footage last video, and I'm using all real-time footage for this video as well. I actually kind of like it, in my opinion, but then again, if you guys don't particularly enjoy it either, you can just let me know in the comment box down below. On another note, I also am trying to mix some voiceovers as well as shots of me not really talking and rather you just read the text box. I find that I actually kind of enjoy that when I'm watching videos from like Jim Reno and other YouTubers. But then again, I'm not quite sure what my audience per se would like. So as always, just let me know what you prefer, if you like it, if you don't like it, if there's something you want to change, that kind of stuff. But anyway, this is completely off topic, but for whatever reason, I've found that now more than ever, I've just been really enjoying making YouTube videos. Not that I haven't before, but it seems like right now I'm having the most fun that I ever have had making YouTube videos, but I'm not quite sure why. It could be that because I'm doing art vlogs, it gives me a little more freedom to kind of ramble without having to stay to a strict script. Ooh, that's a tongue twister right there. But I'm not quite sure, to be honest. It could be that I'm just experimenting with new editing styles, and that's really fun as well. But personally, I'm wondering if I've just been having more fun than ever because I've been so busy lately, and this is kind of my outlet to let some of my stress go. To be honest, I feel like I've been just so busy lately. And I definitely feel like the 100-day painting challenge kind of added a slightest bit of more pressure. While it's relaxing to paint every day, I stupidly put this pressure on myself that I need to complete one piece every single day rather than just paint for 100 days in a row. I know, I'm weird. So it's making me slightly stressed out. Now, the closer that it gets to the end of this 3-month period, the more motivation I get. I believe right now I'm on like day 75? I'm not quite sure. I'm really close to finishing. So seeing how far along I've been in my sketchbook, I get more motivation to work faster. Now that not necessarily means that I prefer quantity over quality. It's just in general, whenever I'm close to finishing a sketchbook, I get more motivation because I just get super excited. I'm like, wow, I almost completed a sketchbook. But yeah. Well, this was a good challenge for me. I just dropped my pencil, sorry. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, 100-day painting challenge. While I believe that this was a really good challenge for me, I definitely think that it helped me improve as an artist in a way that I was able to come up with a design every single day. I definitely think it was a good exercise, but I am ready to finish it and kind of start a new chapter and just be able to paint without having to worry about completing a painting each day. There was this one painting I've been planning for a while, but I want to record it on YouTube, but since I'm doing the 100-day painting challenge, I just don't think I would be able to complete the painting and a separate mini painting in my sketchbook in 1 week. But anyway, I feel like I'm complaining. I don't mean to. But anyway, I'm just really looking forward to when this challenge is over, just so I can feel slightly more relaxed and just kind of take my time with my art and really kind of perfect those details, you know. It's not that I was rushing my art per se each day for this challenge. It was just more that I kind of overlooked details and kind of focused on the bigger picture, actually completing the painting rather than certain aspects of the painting, if that makes any sense. Overall, I really did enjoy making this painting. I think the only thing that kind of bothered me was just something about it I just don't like. I can't pinpoint what exactly it is. I think part of it just might be that perfectionist in me, thinking it doesn't look exactly like the reference photo, therefore the painting itself is not as good as it could be. So I still am trying to work on getting myself out of that mindset, but overall, I think the painting was pretty good. I just think that the reason why I don't love it just yet is because of that perfectionist mindset. But I mean, I've come back to it. I've painted this a few days ago, I think. But like looking back at it right now, I do think it's pretty good. So I just think that all I really need when it comes to a painting is to walk away, take a few hours, maybe even a few days, just to let it kind of settle in and look at it again. And usually by that point, I feel a lot better about whatever it is I painted. One of my friends, every time I have a painting that I completed, I always think it's absolutely terrible, and he makes me, well, he doesn't make me, but he asks me to show him the painting. And every time he's like, I don't know what you are talking about. This looks so good. He has a lot more faith than me than I do, but after a couple hours, I start to like see what he kind of is seeing. So I honestly think that it's just one of those artist's things. You just kind of have to walk away from it and like take your mind off of it for a little bit and then come back. On a random note, this part of the painting was so hard. I kept like revising and like painting over and blending out the water, and it just was not going my way. To be honest, I wish I would have left the water as it was once I started adding in the darker blue. And after I added in the white, that's when it kind of went downhill. So if I could change this painting, that would be the thing that I changed. Come to think of it, that might be part of the reason. No, actually, I take that back. That might be the main reason as to why this painting really throws me off when I look at it. That might be why I just do not love it just yet. But in general, I have grown to this painting. I didn't completely like it at first, but after a few hours when I came back to it, I am pretty proud of it. I think originally I just wasn't happy because it did not look exactly like the reference photo. I do believe if I used acrylics instead, I probably could have I probably would have gotten the effect I was intending for, just because it's easier to layer in my opinion. But I was just really in the mood to use my gouache for whatever reason, so I won't be too hard on myself for that. But overall, it was really fun getting to use my gouache set. I think out of the 3 mediums that I'm using for this sketchbook for the 100-day painting challenge, I enjoy using acrylics the most on this paper, gouache second, and then watercolor is last. I feel like acrylics work the best just because, actually, I may just really like acrylics because that was just the very first medium I started off using, so I'm just the best at it. I like gouache because it's kind of like acrylic, but it has some of the qualities of watercolor that I like. But just like plain watercolors on this paper, if you watched my last art vlog, you know about this, but for whatever reason, watercolors just do not work good on this paper, which is a surprise to me because I've used this paper plenty of times, and from what I know, it usually works pretty well. I have a theory that it's because I'm painting on both sides of the paper for this challenge, but every time I use watercolors, and it's only watercolors, the pigment just goes on unevenly. It's just really frustrating to use them. And you know, with watercolors, you need to be in a really patient mood because they are definitely something sometimes. But like I said earlier, I've used this paper before, so I honestly think that it's just because I've been painting on both sides of the page. But it's just kind of frustrating, and it makes me a little sad, because it's like I don't want to use my watercolors anymore in the sketchbook, but it's like I don't want to just stick to the other mediums and just neglect my colors, I guess. Oh wow, I ran out of time talking already. Sorry about that. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate when you guys stick around for the end of the video. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next video.